Merry Christmas, besties! It is Becky here with Bestie Becky's Crafts, and yes, it is still Merry Christmas in July. Today is day 4 of my collaboration with my bestie Irina with Fun Life on a Budget, and this is my project for today, and it is a Christmas card. Actually, it is a stack of Christmas cards, 18 to be exact, made with just one sheet of designer paper, 12 by 12, and then extra little pieces for matting, and 9 pieces of cardstock for the base. And they go together really quick because they're all the same. So let's get started. First thing you'll need is a sheet of 8.5 by 11 inch paper, just regular cardstock. And like I said, you'll need 9 pieces of them. And the easiest thing to do is to score them first. Oops. So you can take your 9 pieces and you're going to score them along the 11 inch side at 5.5. So you're going to do all your 9 pieces, and then you're going to get your cutting board out, and mine's right here. You're going to cut your piece in half along the 8.5 inch side at 4.25. So you get 2 card bases out of every 8.5 by 11 inch piece. Alright? So 2 times 9 is 18. Simple. And then you go ahead and fold them. And you can use your bone folder if you want to give them a nice crease. Completely up to you. So I'm not going to do all 9 for you. We're just going to do like one set. So set these off to the side. And then you're going to get your piece of designer paper, your 12 by 12 inch paper. Christmassy, I guess, since it's Christmas card. And I chose these Christmas trees. And you're going to cut 2 inches, 2-inch strips all the way across. So you will get 6 strips. And if there is a pattern to your paper, like this one, you're going to make sure that you keep that in mind. So if there is a pattern on your paper, have the pattern up at the top. If there's no pattern, doesn't matter which sides you cut. So I'm going to go ahead and cut 2-inch strips. Like I said, you'll cut that all the way across. I'm only going to cut 1 strip, but you do that all the way across, and you would get 6 strips. Then you're going to take each of these 6 strips and you're going to go along the 12-inch side, and you're going to cut every 4 inches. So 3 times 6 is 18. That's how we get our 18. So since I only need 2, I'm just going to hold on to 2. But do you have that so far? So we've got a cardstock, we scored, we cut in half, and then we have our 12 by 12 inch paper that we cut in 2-inch strips, and then cut each of those strips into 4-inch strips. And then we need to cut our matting for our 2 by 4 inch piece that we just cut out. And we're going to do 1/8 of an inch mat all the way around. And I just happened to choose a pattern cardstock that matched, but you could use plain cardstock, whatever you feel like. And you're going to cut these at 2.25 inches wide. And I want my pattern to go this way, so that's why I'm cutting it this way. And then by 4.25 inches long. So that gives us our 1/8 of an inch edge all the way around. Now, when you do it on a 12 by 12, you'll need about 2 pieces of cardstock. If you do 8.5 by 11 cardstock, you only need 2.5 pieces. If you do the 8.5 by 11, cut your mat along the 11-inch side, excuse me, at 2 1/4, and then you'll basically be cutting those strips in half at 4 1/4. Alright, this I don't have enough for a mat, so it just goes on my pile to use on another project. So we have our mats for our pieces, and we have our card bases. So we are done with our cutting board for now, unless you do a sentiment like I did. If you notice on my cards here, I used a punch, which happens to be this one from Stampin' Up, the Starburst punch. And to go inside that, I used a 2-inch punch from Recollections that I got at Michael's. My sentiment fits just right in there. So, to make it kind of easier to punch out a bunch, I cut strips of white cardstock 2 1/4 inches wide, because my punch is 2 inches. So I just cut strips of white cardstock 2 1/4 inches wide, and I was able to stamp 4 of my sentiments for the front on each one, and that way when I go to punch, and I don't know about you, but I always take this part off because I can't see with it on, but it just makes it easy to center your punch or your sentiment in your punch like so, and punch it out. And then you can just go to the next one, and it goes really fast. So that's great for these one sheet wonder cards. So now you'll cut out 18 of your little sentiments, and like I said, I used the 2-inch punch for these, and I cut out 18 of the Starburst as my backing. You could use whatever sentiment you wanted. You could back it however you wanted. You just need 18. So let's go ahead and put our card together. See how fast this is? So what I kind of find easy is to just get my good old tape runner out and run tape on the back of my mat, or my DSP piece, call it my designer paper. Put it on the mat. Hope I don't run out. I think I'm getting close to running out. And then, yep, I figured I would. So I came prepared. I've been crafting like crazy. So here's my refill. Alright. So, we've got our tape. Now, our card is going to be one of those that opens at the top, a tent card. I guess that's what they call it. So I'm going to put my mat, I'm going to kind of put it closer to this edge, and then kind of even it on this side. And what I did was I did like assembly line. I put all of these pieces on these pieces, and then I put all of these pieces on my card bases. So it just goes really fast when you do it that way, instead of doing each card at a time. So, mat, put it on my card base. I mean, to me, this is amazing. You get 18 cards. It's like super quick. And then I stamped out all my images, punched them all out, and then I punched out all of my Starbursts. I mean, you could die cut, you know, something. You could, you know, if you have something else to punch, you don't want to do the punch, you don't have to do the punch, you know, whatever. If you wanted to just stamp your sentiment right onto here, you could do that. The main thing is we're getting some color on the front of our card, and we're figuring out a way to get as much use out of our cardstock as we can. Alright, so I've got my 2 punch pieces here. I'm going to put tape on the back, and then I just put them up. It may need to go this way. Put them a little bit off of the edge and make sure your sentiment's straight. And there we go. And centered it this way as much as I could. And there we go. So we'll do that for the other one. And, whoop, I think I'm crooked. Is that better? And then you just stamp a sentiment on the inside, and you're done. Wasn't that fast. So, where'd my stack go? Oh, how could I lose a stack of 18 cards, right? So here are my 18 cards. Look at that. And on the inside, I stamped with loving wishes for a bright and beautiful season. And there you go. You could do, instead of white cardstock, you could do a colored cardstock, you could do red, you know, green, something like that. And if you did that, you'd probably want to do a matte on the inside, say maybe in white, so that you could see your sentiment and your signature. I decided to go white because then I could just stamp on it and sign, and I'm ready to go. So, that's it. Super easy. Super quick, 18 Christmas cards like that. You do it a couple times, and maybe you have all the Christmas cards that you need for the year. You get that done early, and then when it comes Christmas time, or if you send them around, you know, send them out around Thanksgiving, you just address the envelopes and you're ready to go. So, that's my day 4 project. Fast and easy, and I wonder what I'll do for day 5. I have kind of a cute idea in mind. I think you might want to check it out. So I hope you tune in tomorrow to check out day 5 collaboration. I will leave a link below in the description box to my bestie Irina's YouTube channel. Check her channel out, see what she made today. And I want to invite you to our Facebook group page. It's called Fun Life on a Budget, featuring Bestie Becky, which of course is me. And ask to join. We'd love to have you in our group. It's a fun group. We do swaps every month. We have a birthday card club. It's a very positive group. You can post pictures of things that you've made, not just cards, but different things. And I think that's about it. So, happy crafting. Get started on those Christmas cards. You have no excuse not to send out homemade cards this year. And I will see you next time. Happy crafting. Bye.